So this is going to be our yoga Pilates flow using one of these resistance tubes. If you have one, if not, don't worry about it. Great dynamic warm up, good for anything. Starting right now. Go at your own pace, but inhale up, exhale, bring it down. Do your best to just stay on time with me. Will be your challenge. You're coming down to the floor right here, right now. You're going to step it back to a downward dog. You're moving into a plank, and then you're moving into a side plank, maybe a little leg lift. Challenge yourself. It may only be for a second, but that's okay. Now we're going to do a shoulder touch. Okay, I gotta get a better angle for you to see. Shoulder touch. Okay, then we're in a plank. We are lowering. Inhale up, exhale. The downward dog comes in. And then we're gonna walk or float the feet nice and wide. Stay right there. Stay right there. Okay, downward dog, you're in. Okay, so there, we moved into this, right? We have to do lateral. Come back over here, pivot around to a low lunge, lifting up your back leg and putting your toes to the floor. Twist toward the front leg. Bring it down, straddling. Inhale up to a high lunge right there. So good. And then bring it down and then lift up that back foot so you can readjust and then pivot, low lunge on the other side. Twist to the sky towards your front leg. And then we're here, coming up to here. This time, pull your shoulder blades together, down and back. There you go. And then we bring it back down. Move into a straddle, stretch. Walk your hands forward. Press your hips to the sky and bring your feet together. Now you're down here low. There was another piece of this I hope I didn't forget. That's okay. I'll remember as I go if I forgot. Here, you're just opening up at your hips. Kind of move through it and see what you're feeling. If it's weird, stop doing it. Toes point forward, come up, and then we're just shoulder, center, arch, round. Here we go again. Bring it down. Walk your hands forward now. Get yourself into a downward dog. Press your heels into the floor. Shift forward into a plank, and then a side plank. Trying to do the leg lift there, and the other side plank with leg lift. No problem. Come back to the center, and then shoulder. Oh, I know what I forgot. Okay, so one leg lifts, and you kind of slide it into a little pigeon like stretch right here, and then we're coming back to the downward dog. The other leg's gonna lift, slide it in. Feel the hips stretch there. Very good. And then downward dog it goes. Bring your feet together at the top. Open up your hips. Move with it. And then point your toes forward and rest your forearms on your thighs. Shoulder, center, arch, round. To the top, arm circle back. Now here we go. Bring it down. This time, bring your feet back into the downward dog. Shift forward into a plank. Move into the side plank. And other side. And it's center. Shoulder. Lift one leg. Slide it forward. Feel that stretch. Bring it back. The other leg lifts. Slide forward. Stretch it out right there. Very good. I love it. Downward dog. Walk or float your feet. Take it side to side to pivoting into low lunge. And twist to the front leg. And balance, lift, reach to the sky. And then lower, pivot around to the other side, low lunge. Twist toward it. And bring it down, balance, lift. Pull the shoulder blades together, down and back. Release, come down, move into a straddle, stretch. Walk your hands forward, press your hips back, and now bring your feet together. It's a crouching, low, hover, and it floats to the top. I just want to get on a better angle. Moving through, toes point forward, arms, thighs, shoulder, shoulder, center, arch, round, stand, circle, arms down and back. Bring it down. This time, walk your hands forward. And then right on into that plank, side plank, leg lifts. Bringing it down, other side, plank. Down and front plank, shoulder, shoulder. Lift one leg, slide that knee forward. Bring it back, other leg lifts. Now keep the core really tight, and there you go. Now bring it back to a downward dog, where you then walk or float your feet wide, taking it side to side, and lifting that back foot, placing it back there, lowering into that lunge twist toward it. Then reset, balance, lift, arms lift up, stretch, bring it down. Lift the back foot off the floor as you pivot then around to the other side and twist to the front leg. And then reset, balance, lift, pull the shoulder blades together, down and away, and bring it down. Lift the back leg, move into the straddle stretch. Walk your hands forward and then press your hips back. Ooh, I like that one. And then step your feet together, flow, hovering, like child's pose, shall we say. Walk your feet together or float them here so that you open up your hips. It may be that your calves are so tight and you really can't get your heels to the floor. Toes point forward, forearms on thighs, and shoulder, shoulder, center, arch, round, to the top. Inhale, up, exhale, and here we go. Here we go. Down to the floor. Let's do the first piece on the abs here. And it's gonna be like, get this if you have it. If not, don't worry about it. Don't worry about a thing. So I'm just gonna put this here. I'm just putting it around my feet actually, and then I'm gonna get into a all fours position. Okay. And then I'm gonna crawl forward for 2 steps. So lift your knees off the floor. So make it your left hand and your right knee comes forward. Left, right. All right, I'm just taking 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. So feet come together, 1 foot steps forward. Feet come together, 1 foot steps back. Together, front, together, back. So it might be easier if you keep one hand in place and the other hand is moving. I don't know if you just have to watch for a second or if my words are making sense, but this can be quite exhausting already. And what I'm doing is driving that knee right into that arm, squeezing, and there you go. That does not take long before you feel that. Now, stretch back. You may want to get onto your fists and press your hips up to stretch that out and relax your neck. You know what I mean? That does feel so good. We come back into this position and the tube is still on the feet. Oh, here we have lateral. So press. You're taking 2 steps to the side. 2 steps, go back. So you can just figure it out. Just think about that. 2 steps each direction. Hand, 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 hand. You know, at the same time, foot, 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 right? Meanwhile, you're hovering the floor. And then lower. Oh my goodness. I have to do some shoulder rolls and some wrist rolls. Press. So this time, I don't know if the band is still on, but just make it up higher. And if you can, Stretch it back here. If you can touch your heel, do it. If not, you're just doing a straight up to the sky stretch. Bring it down. And keep, it always makes me feel better to keep rolling through my wrists. All right, bring it back. And now, come back into all fours, and we will get through this. So if you can remember which hand was stationary, the other hand is stationary. So bring the opposite up and back, 2 steps. So it's really just 2 steps on the feet. Okay, so I actually got that a little bit backwards. Bear with me. So what I'm doing is the knee that's on the same side as the stationary hand, that knee is driving toward that arm. Think about that for a second, and then coordination sometimes takes a little bit of time to kick in, but you shouldn't stop anyway. And there it is. Oh my gosh. The heat is on. Whoever said you couldn't be sweating in a class like this, press your hips up where you're really removing that tension from your neck. Release wrist circles. And we're going to go back to the laterals. 2 steps in each direction. Coming up to your hovers and go. Taking it across. 2 steps. Go back. The lower you are in a hover, the more you will feel it. You guys, this is just body weight here. Now you know what I'm saying. Body weight to strengthen your core. I don't really believe that there's magic machines out there, do you? You really believe in that? And lower. So I'm sure you feel the same way if you're doing it. So we do this again. So you can come up higher if you want. Let that arm fall over. Tension leaves that shoulder. And of course the wrist. And bring it down. Take the band off. We transition. Bringing it to the top. Here we just have a flat back stretch. Flat back. Lifting up all the way, baby back bend. Seated in a chair, up, flat back. Lift. Sit in your chair, flat back, up. And move through that little baby fun sequence. Righto, and you just keep on moving. The clock's ticking. Let's use the time real wisely. Get that stretch. And go back into that uncomfortable position where you really feel glutes and legs, and they may be burning, which makes us very, very happy. And this little 2-part flow, keep in mind, during it, you get a chance to brace those abs every time you come up. And we will be right here, pulsing chair. Drop your shoulders and your neck Think about the hip action here, like you're sitting back in a chair. See how it's more hip-based and not so much knee-based? Hold, lift, and balancing stretch. If you're really off on your balance, stretch it out like so, with the toe on the floor. Otherwise, ground your foot. Find something to stare at. This is a work in progress, and then you just simply, you take it to any level you want. Release and bring that toe behind you. Arms come down. Bringing it to the floor. Here you go. Try to reset. A little walk forward with your hands and just lift up that leg now. Try to adjust your shoulders. Some people like to try to hold on to their ankle, whether it's with one hand or both. And bring that foot down, lift up, lengthen through your spine, adjust your feet, shoulders down and back, pull your shoulders, help yourself and stay right there. And then release, forehead to the knee, fall into it and feel things unlock, just as they should. Make your way back up. Your feet are together. And now we repeat this on the other side. That's true. We really do. So we are now going to balance, knees together, stand up tall through the hip, and then you take it to any level. Up it goes, and readjust, bring it down to the floor. That might be on the wrong leg. Yeah, I definitely am, because that one's now stretched out, and this one is not. Working on balance. One leg at a time. And now, rock back, put your foot back here, reset, open up your chest, hinge. Shoulders are down and they are back. And now release, forehead to the knee. Feel your body just melt over, especially your shoulders. And bring it forward, crawl it forward, back down to the ground. A little bit more ab work here. So this time is like side crunching, and I'm gonna just thread my hand toward that ankle, the inside of the ankle, and feel this side crunch action here going on. Your head is resting in your hands. Resting, that's the key. Head is resting in the hands. And now, both hands are behind the head. Twist toward that leg that you were crunching toward without yanking on your head. I'm really feeling your obliques now. Now lift, cross the leg over. And you can either keep your head on the floor and hands down, And you're doing a toe tap. And what a great way to stretch out your hips, huh? Keep that bracing right there in the dead center of your core. And then you are just lifting up in a crunch if you want to, and just simply holding your crunch. Two more sets of 8. There is one more set of 8. Here we go. 4 and 3. Now 2. Last 1. Very good. Now stay right where you are. Cross that knee over more so it's cross leg. Arms come out. You're moving into spinal twist. Slow, gentle, ease in, and then adjusting your upper body so you're just lengthened in your neck. Stay right here. Breathe into it. It doesn't happen in 2 seconds. But then there is some relief, and your spine really does release. Head comes back to the center. I'm pulling my knees in one at a time, and then we're just going to do this again on the other side, as you know. So lift, side crunch. I'm flipping around. So you're really reaching, like your fingers are pointing toward the inside of that ankle. And this may be just what the doctor ordered today. Have you had your checkup? 4 more. I lied. 4 more. Both hands go behind the head. Twist toward it now. Pulling that knee inward. And you're gonna feel so good today, and we are almost there. Little bits at a time, lots of variations. Every day is a brand new workout. Not any workout is ever the same. 8. You know what's up. Lift that leg. Cross it, the ankle over the opposite knee. And reverse crunch with the toe tap. Get it out of your neck. And you can do that by just lifting up your chest and resetting it on the floor. Really using your breath, it comes into play. And then now if you want to come up and crunch and just hold the crunch, you might as well. Two more sets of 8. One more set of 8. And 1. There you go. Don't come out of it. Instead, cross the leg completely over the other leg and move into spinal twist. Your head moves in opposition. You Really got to ease your way into this. The music can be so mesmerizing if you just let yourself go. Free your mind. Head comes back to the center. Release out, pull your knees in. One at a time, maybe some ankle circles, hip circles, and reverse that. And we are right here in a really good mindset. Lift your shoulders up off the floor. Reset them down. Feel your glutes relax. Feel your facial muscles relax and just settle yourself in. Just really listening to nothing at all other than just well, maybe I should change that music. I will. You stay put. I gotta make it a little bit more relaxing for what it is we're doing. And we are taking the last always minute or two to reset, resettle. You need someone to tell you everything's gonna be okay. I'm here to do it. All is well with you. See it in your mind. You gotta believe it. This is a decision you have to make. No one else can do it for you. You have a perfect opportunity now to just lay there and relax all of your muscles. Feel that sense of deep, deep peace that really is right there inside of you. It's so easy. It's so easy to attain if you slow down. But you must first make a decision that it's worth it, your time. You see, a healthy mind is a healthy body. So, you have to kind of do things like this if you're not already. And I have it here on purpose. And just that little bit of time, really has that potential to change things around for you. But you have to believe that is happening now with your breath flowing easily. Easy breaths. Just for this one moment all day long, you have a sense of peace, and I know that you feel that. So go with it and let it all go. Release your iron grip of strength for control over things, because you have no control. The only control you have are your thoughts. So let your thoughts see in your head, your actual head, and your heart, where your emotions may be, and your whole body, whatever, sickness, illness, anything. Breath covering it. That is the mindset. Breath covering it, healing it, bringing you life energy, a little bit of restoration, a little bit of relaxation. You now are on a really good reset page to move forward, have a very new chance today. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna keep control over your mind. You're gonna breathe and keep that peace. It's right there. Now, if you want to fall asleep or if you want more time, I would suggest just tuning out right now. But if you want to move on, you are gonna slowly, with your eyes closed, roll onto one side. Slow, slow, slow. Not too fast. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow it down. Slow down. Then you're waking your way up to a seated batted palm or cross-leg position. Slow, slow, slow. Not too fast. Keep your eyes closed and just turn your head side to side. And then tilt it side to side. All this tension, you were just exhaling away. Isn't that great news? Head rolls. That's true. And come back to the center. Inhale, sweep up, and intend for yourself to have a brand new day. Promise to only see in your mind's eye your head, heart, body is healthy and whole. Namaste. Very good, class. I can't wait to see you again.